Good night, welcome to Teleislas News, the most relevant and important information of the day. Much attention, community of the archipelago. They provide information in latest communique on the weather conditions expected in the department and the monitoring of a tropical wave that, according to current projections, could affect the department.
IDEAM reports in its most recent communique about a tropical wave located in the Atlantic Ocean with a low-pressure area that moves westward at a speed of about 25 kilometers per hour. It is forecast that for the following days, as it moves westward, it may reach some degree of development. Especially towards the end of this week, it could become a tropical depression when the disturbance is in the center or west of the Caribbean Sea. Regardless of the development of this wave, it is estimated that it will favor the increase of rains, accompanied in some cases by thunderstorms and winds above normal in the Caribbean, Andean, Orinoco, and Pacific regions.
En este momento, el IDEAM está monitoreando.
At this moment, IDEAM is monitoring a tropical wave, which has a 40% probability that in the next 48 hours it will reach a greater evolution, and a 60% probability that in the next 5 days it will reach a greater development. For this reason, we suggest you to be very attentive to the recommendation that IDEAM is presenting in its special communiques and to the recommendation of the National Risk Management System.
Among the recommendations provided are to be attentive during the next hours to the communiques and information issued by IDEAM and the other local and municipal emergency authorities, especially in the insular zone of San Andres, Providence, and Catalina, and the Colombian Caribbean region, and to heed the indications and recommendations of the control entities, emergency and response agencies. The coordinator of the Risk and Disaster Management Unit in the department invites the community to be very aware of the announcements that will be issued during the next hours regarding weather conditions. The community is also advised to take all necessary precautions for their homes, secure doors, roofs, and windows, be aware of trees that may cause damage to homes or that may prevent the evacuation of people, as well as clean the water access channels.
The Afro Committee of the Congress of the Republic was concluded yesterday, where the director of SENA held a talk with the Congress members about the focus of the entity.
Members of the Afro Commission of the Congress of the Republic, including the two representatives for the archipelago, met with the new General Director of SENA, Jorge Londoño, where they presented their arguments regarding the importance of broadening the regional vision of the entity.
I was able to make some observations to the director regarding the lack of regional vision that the entity has. The SENA has been built in recent years from the vision of the capital and not from the regions. We have forgotten to have the sea as the axis. It is important to have from now on processing of fishery products, who process them and sell them abroad when we could do it. But we need the training for that. Not to mention the talent that our young people have. Here we need a program of the musical production of singing that allow us to export the talent we have, but it has to be the SENA that transporting access of it.
House Representative Elizabeth J. Pang, who attended the event, also spoke about the regional focus that the entity should have. That is why I insist, Dr. Londoño, on the importance of the sectoral roundtables. If we have sectoral roundtables, we will be able to organize the regions and know what the regions need, what is the real development that is being promoted for each of the regions. The SENA has been almost an angel for San Andres because it has helped young people who have not had access to university. They have been able to obtain a career thanks to the SENA, and today they are people who are developing the department. During the meeting, commitments were made to review the programs offered by the entity and to analyze the situation in the regions.
In the facilities of the Chamber of Commerce, today was the launch of the first cluster of agro-businesses of the archipelago.
38 businesses of San Andres, Old Providence, and Catalina are part of the first agribusiness cluster of the archipelago, which seeks to strengthen agricultural, livestock, and forestry initiatives, among other natural resources. Within its commitment is to strengthen the field of the islands to ensure food security. The Chamber of Commerce was responsible for the consolidation of this union of entrepreneurs.
Lo importante en este caso el día de hoy es
Today we are presenting the agribusiness cluster and ancestral gastronomic experiences. This cluster must be identified by a unique product to compete with the clusters in the country and the world. In our study we have found several unique products, but the most widely used is the basket pepper. It's a product that is grown, dehydrated, and sold as vinegar. At this moment, we already have a roadmap with projects, programs, and initiatives for 20 years. From now on, we will begin to prioritize projects through the entities, and we will formulate initiatives such as one of the cluster members to develop an agricultural school.
Entrepreneurs with businesses focused on agriculture hope through this initiative to strengthen production chains as well as consolidate product export projects.
Tenemos que esforzarnos.
We have to understand that San Andres is fragile in food security. We are starting from this concept, which is one of the pillars, where we have to understand that our department has to learn to coexist among all and to cultivate our lands.
Con el clúster,
With the cluster, we are going to see if we can get the INVIMA for our products to go abroad. Next week, the Chamber of Commerce will open registration for those businesses wishing to join the strengthening initiative.
More than 500 people were benefiting the Day of Support for Development in San Andres. This was achieved thanks to the effort of the government of the archipelago, the Colombian Navy, the National Police, and different public and private institutions.
Following up on the interinstitutional commitment focused on strengthening the integral well-being of the inhabitants of San Andres, a two-day development support was held in which more than 500 people were benefited with medical services and humanitarian aid thanks to the effort and joint work between the Governor's Office of the Archipelago, the Colombian Navy, and the National Police and different public and private institutions.
Hemos venido a este barrio.
We have come to this neighborhood to make a social impact for the benefit of children, youth, and adults of this sector in the company of different institutions that have joined the cause in the Week of Spirituality. We really want to thank the National Army, the police of the department, the Family Welfare Institute, and especially the Health Secretariat and the Government Secretariat for this important space.
During the humanitarian session, which was purposed to bring the unified action of the state to this territory prioritized and focused by the national government, the inhabitants of New Guinea and Regrong neighbors had access to free medical services in the specialties of speech therapy, dentistry, and psychology, while children, young people, and adolescents were also benefited with the application of vaccination schedules. Likewise, during the activity in which civil and military authorities were presented, the families received welfare packages and hygiene kits and enjoy recreational and playful activities.
In the morning, there was an accident in the Schoolhouse Road due to the insufficient signaling and traffic control. It should be noted that during the last few days, there has been traffic jams.
Around 11:30 a.m., Teleislas News was present in the schoolhouse area where an accident had occurred as a result of the works being carried out in the sector, which did not have traffic agents or personnel in charge to try to control the passage of vehicles through this area where adjustments are being made. After this situation, several drivers expressed their point of view.
That should have some kind of control at the two entrances. You should know what happened this morning. At 7:30 a.m., a man fell on his motorcycle, and who responds? It is a terrible thing. You are exposed to any accident because there is no one to keep an eye on who is coming and who is going. I see it as something wrong because there should be a traffic agent there. Right now, there is a big traffic jam. This is a danger, and even more so for drivers at night. They should put a cone that illuminates at night.
Teleislas News tried to contact the company in charge of the work, but it was not possible. We highlight that at the closing of this broadcast, traffic agents and contractors who are in charge of controlling vehicular traffic arrived to the sector.
The National Navy opened in the department a call for enrollment for those young high school graduates and professionals who wish to join the institution.
The National Navy calls all young people of the archipelago who wish to define their military status by serving in the National Navy to attend the recruitment call this October 27 from 7 a.m. at the Naval Base No. 4 in the Cove sector.
Es importante resaltar que hay muchos jóvenes.
It is noteworthy that there are many young people over 18 and under 24 years in the archipelago who have not defined their military status. We invite young people to start their life project in the Army, providing their military service protecting the blue of the flag. If you want to join us, you can get more information and you can call at the number 314-411-5126 to provide you with more information. It is noteworthy that the archipelago is the only department nationwide where those young people who are eligible to perform the military service will be in Cobeña Sucre for a training period of 3 months and return to the archipelago to continue providing their military service.
Likewise, the National Navy also opens a national call for young professionals to join the institution.
Aquellos jóvenes que son
Those young professionals in medicine, health professional, engineers, and the Colombian Navy today, October 1st, started a program to become administrative officers. Likewise, those young people who are interested can call 314-411-5126. It is important to highlight that this is also for young professionals from Providence who are interested in starting a life project with us. Welcome to the Colombian Navy.
The call for applications is open since October 1st, and among the requirements to join is to be Colombian, single, and not the only child of a household, among other requirements.
Microbase Challenge 2022 is a fair held during the morning hours at the Bolivariano School, where young students exhibit their microbase technology projects. Some of them will participate at national level.
The purpose of the Microbase Challenge Fair is to showcase the project that students have developed during classes using microbits, developing computational thinking, creativity, and problem-solving skills. The teacher in charge of the project expanded the information.
The project has been underway since 2019 when the institution came in third place at the national level. So this year we wanted to do it at the macro level in the style of a fair so that others can learn what these students are learning. All of the above is done with the intention for the student body to strengthen their creativity and logic and express what they are thinking.
Finally, the teacher announced that 6 of the students are participating in national technology competition with the projects presented at the local fair.
Ahí se inscribieron a 6 estudiantes.
Students were enrolled in the Couch Fest, which is a national event. Among them, 3 students passed, and we are waiting for Friday to take the test to see if we will go to the last round, which will be in Bogotá. All this is for students to be encouraged in the programming part of the project.
The fair was held from 9 a.m. at the Bolivariano Institution, where projects such as ecological alternative light sensors and home protection alarms were part of the exhibition.
Our regional channel Teleislas will be part of a new proposal that seeks to exalt the country's tourist diversity through a journey that they can enjoy from their homes. It is the first docu-reality on sustainable tourism in which the 8 regional channels participate, called Ruta Colombia. If you want to know more details and participate, go to www.rutaporcolombia.com and fill out the form. And now it's time for Sport News with Victor Fosalba.
Hello, here are the best sports of the islands. An important conference was dictated by the president of the D Football in San Andres. The president of the Departmental Football League, Lyle Newell, many coaches and club representatives who attended to the workshop and lectures given by Dr. Alvaro Vélez were very satisfied. Talks that clarified doubts and questions for island soccer lovers. We spoke with the president of the soccer league, Dr. Lyle Newell, who expressed it this way.
Well, this is very positive for the archipelago football. Have a leader like Don Alvaro, vice president of the Colombian Federation of Football, president of the football, the Associated Football, giving us conference, sharing his knowledge, teaching us. I believe that is amazing, and I hope, and as how him say, we will have him here many more times. I invite everyone, leaders, presidents, delegates, coaches, everybody that want to come and work with the league, we are open to receive them. Like always, that is the idea of a leader. A leader have to work in community and have to work in the favor of the majority, and that is what the board of the league, the football league, is doing in this moment.
For next year, San Andres could participate in the first C tournament of professional soccer, as stated by Lyle Newell.
Yes, I believe we're going to do that next year, but of course we need the support of the government. We need the economical support, and I believe that will be a beautiful process, just like how we did last year with the Federative, with the Interclubes Sub-17, where we went for the first time, went there and participate and get to progress to the next phase.
Good management of the departmental league for the benefit of the island soccer. And in baseball, Loma Roots is crowned champions of the Summer League tournament here in the island. Undefeated champions were crowned the small baseball players of Loma Roots with a great campaign led by coaching staff, including Rodolfo Howard, who told us more details.
Like 3 years preparing with this boy, since Laudine come back and say, well, Loma in a few years never have small category, and she called us up and tell us that we want to prepare the team to get a escuela de formación. So it's very important for these kids representing Loma in this tournament. The tournament was a good tournament. Well, they cut on the tournament because they said, well, pre-selection have to pick out and they don't have enough time, so they cut on the tournament. But right now, this tournament was 7 teams. You have 2 teams from Aurora, the Marlins. You have 2 from Loma Roots. You did have 1 from St. Louis. You did have Bravos for Pancho and Hollis. That was the 7th team. And unfortunately, this Loma team here that playing right now is going in victor and don't lose none game from the tournament start. And we're having right now the playoff going, and we win the 3rd game in the playoff. And hopefully we win the tournament and get the championship and care about the championship and the Loma. As we know that Loma was the roots of the baseball from Amsterdam years, and with these kids, we're proud of it to have these kids representing Loma again and to have a good representative for the hill section, for Loma section. For coming champion in this tournament, it means a lot for me and for the kids then for having so long never participated in a tournament like this in the town. And you know, we preparing on the hill and we have our own tournament on the hill. And for coming champions are very, very important for us, for the whole Cuerpo Técnico from the hill.
A well-deserved round of applause for the Loma Roots organization, which cares about the welfare and benefit of the children in baseball. And with baseball, we wrap it up for tonight, but we will see you on another broadcast. We continue with Lisa.
Thank you, Victor. With Sport News, we reach to the end of this broadcast. We see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. with more of Teleislas News. Good night.